Hey there, I just want to give you a big thank you for clicking on the video. And I want to say that, can you believe it's already day 27 of this journey toward becoming a world champion powerlifter. 27 days in, we made 27, or this is the 27th episode. And that's crazy. And today's topic, so this kind of hit me a different way. And I want my car talks to start going more philosophical, I'm not just trying to be cut and dry. Like, you get fitness content out there that's just like tutorial on how to bench press, tutorial on how to squat, tutorial on how to, and I mean, that has a place, but we want to go deeper. And so today we're going to be talking on whether or not it's still worth competing if you're not going to win. And that's going to be the topic. And it's going to go based off of the fact that I've had a couple people tell me they want to compete, but they just, there's always a reason they're not going to compete. Oh, I'm not big enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not, you know what I mean? I weigh too much, or blah, 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 blah. Like, and I hear you. I've been there. That's why I'm speaking from personal experience, you know? And I went from somebody who never competed to somebody that competed in 4 times in a year. So it just sparked something in me. It was like a bug that I caught, and I just, you know, I went to I loved it so much that it became something that I like lived for, if that makes sense. And so I kind of want to take a step back and say that when I started my journey personally, I started the idea of powerlifting. I started, I want to say 2018, somewhere around there. And that was the first time where I tried to get into the 1,000-pound club. And so, you know, 1,000-pound club is lift 1,000 pounds over squat, bench, and deadlift. And I didn't know I was powerlifting. I didn't know what I was doing. And I remember at the time I could bench 315, and I could only squat, you know, maybe 405, and I could deadlift maybe 405. It just depends on if it was a good day or not, and whether my form was dialed that day or not. And so I just, playing high school sports, I never learned how to squat effectively, especially with football. It was more of like this half squat, try to explode. Nobody taught me what full depth was. And then deadlifts too. Like, it was something that I tried to learn, and I thought that I figured out, but you know, it's taken years for me to perfect all those. And now I feel like I'm still learning things on them. Anyways, when I really purposefully got into powerlifting, I did so around COVID, like right before, in the 2021 time frame, right before everything went down, a couple months beforehand. I had no coach. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what the weight classes were. I didn't know anything. I just said, hey, I'm going to sign up for a competition and see what I can make happen, and just try to get as strong as I could. And so I worked on a 5-day training split where I did chest one day, back one day, legs one day, shoulders, and then upper body with like bicep, tricep, and upper chest. That's the split that I did. It was just like a bodybuilding kind of like bigger, leaner, stronger split is what it was. And I just figured, hey, I'd get as strong as possible. There was people around me that were competing and were competitive, and I had relatively similar strength to them. And so I'm like, hey, I could do this. But they had coaches, they had all this stuff. So I had a pretty high ceiling and a lot of potential without realizing that. So I signed up for the meet, COVID happens, meet gets canceled, and then I developed this fear of competing. And I say all this, I'm going to get to what I'm saying, but I say all this to set a scene to say, hey, look, you know, just pull the trigger and make it happen. That way, if you wait till you're going to get strong enough, or you wait to start until whatever, you're probably not going to do it, you know, especially if you're not consistent in the gym. But it's going to be a challenge, just like signing up for a marathon. I did a marathon in March in Myrtle Beach, and I did so with no training because powerlifting is my main thing. So I couldn't sacrifice powerlifting because I'm competing, so I did what I needed to do. In fact, the day before the marathon, that night at where I worked out from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and I hit 600 pounds on squat, I hit 400-pound bench, and I hit a 590-pound deadlift the day before, less than 12 hours before running the marathon. And I just have this no excuse mentality. And that's not a brag, but it's just, hey, I said I was going to do something, and so I'm going to do it. That's all it was, is me being disciplined enough to follow through. And so for you, you know, if you're thinking about competing, what's the worst case that happens if you compete? You don't need to have all the gear. You don't need to have all that stuff. Like, all the competition is going to be is setting the bar for yourself. You know, in in all, like, realistically speaking, you should not be going there. And I get it, I'm competitive, I want to go win too, I want to get first place, right? But you're setting a standard for yourself, you're setting like a ceiling, you're setting a bar. So and I think that the real competition at powerlifting meet comes after your first meet, because you have a bar and you have a number to beat. So then say you sign up for a meet that's 3-4 months out, you train for this meet, your biggest goal and the only thing you should be worried about is going 9 for 9 or 8 for 9. Get as many lifts across the board as you can and make sure that you're doing comp standard lifts. That's the biggest thing. And guess what? You don't need to work out for eight years to do that, or 8 months or whatever else. Like, you can literally, even if you were this type of person, you could potentially sign up for a meet next month. I wouldn't recommend that, because you're gonna want the time to learn how to do everything, and that's only literally like 4 training weeks. So that's 1 training cycle. And so with that, you're not gonna get a lot from it. But you know, whatever your numbers are now, but I mean, anyways, like there's a perfect way to do things, and then there's, you know, just doing it. Like yeah, you could do all these things. Like, you could train like a professional athlete and eat like a nutritionist and do all these things and have this regimented stretching mobility program and everything else, like you'll see a lot of people do. Or you could just do it. It doesn't matter how good your systems are if you don't do it. And I'd say that first meet, just go do, because it sparked something in me. I mean, when I moved to Tennessee, I did so with the sole intention that, hey, I'm getting into powerlifting and I'm gonna sign up for my first meet when I get here. And that's something that I told myself, and I followed through. I got here, I found a powerlifting gym that had kilo plates. I'd never worked on a kilo plates before, so I stepped out of my comfort zone there. And I went to the gym, I got a day pass one day, and then I bought membership for the entire year. And then they told me they have powerlifting meets there. So I said, hey, when's the next one? July. Boom, it was March at the time. I signed up for that. So March, April, May, June, July. I think I waited a month, found a potential coach, but there was a couple, and so then I pulled the trigger on one. We made a deal, and then around 3 months before the meet, I signed up with him and got going with my coach now. And no, it was just a process, and it was crazy because I watched everything fall into place. I went from somebody who had never worked with kilo plates to somebody who got into the gym and was trying to find my ceiling for everything. I wanted to bench 405. I couldn't bench 405 at the time, but I could hit 375 for, I think, 2 reps, something like that. And so I knew I had the strength. I just didn't have the mindset to do it, right? And so I slowly kind of got into it. And I remember my numbers when I first started were probably 500 squat, 500 deadlift, 385 bench. I thought that was really good because it's like commercial gym strong. You go to a commercial gym, you throw on 500 pounds on a bar, you know, you got those 5 plates, everybody's gonna look at you like you're on steroids. It's crazy. Anyway, so I go there, and there's some bigger fish. There's some people squatting, you know, 600-700 pounds. There's a guy I know that weighs like 200 pounds squatting 700 pounds there. And so I got there, and that was a real wake-up call to see what like actual strength was, and to see clean form. Like, yeah, I was squatting 500 pounds, but it didn't look near as good as some of these other guys doing it that were, you know, at the time I was around, you know, 260, 270. I competed for the first time at 274. And then after I competed for the first time, I learned so much. I learned that, hey, 274 pounds is too heavy. I hate that. I didn't like that. I lost 38 pounds after that. I learned that, hey, you know, like going out there and making no excuses and literally overcoming excuses is what powerlifting is all about. I learned that, hey, coaching and being able to get out of my own way and put ego aside is the best way to work out and make progress. Because you see people, they're trying to bench 405, and so they attempt it and fail. Then the next time they attempt it and fail. Then the next time they attempt it and fail. Then the next time they might attempt it, they maybe get it, and then the next time they attempt it and fail. And so they're like redlining every single time. And then they're mad because they don't grow. But it's like, what we do is, you know, if I'm squatting 500 pounds on week 4, I might start my week 1 with 400 pounds. You know, 100 pounds less, and we'll do 400, 425, 455, 475, 500. We kind of work that way, and we take a ladder kind of up. We challenge ourselves. You know, there's different rep schemes and weights, and it depends on if we're doing volume or hypertrophy. But no, I just want to say that, like, if you're going, the only competition is yourself, and that's cliche, and I understand that that's cliche, and I understand that you're going to be like, yeah, myself, cool. But if you're going to do a powerlifting meet, you know, I would say if you want to do anything, if you want to run a 5K, if you want to run a marathon, if you want to try out that new gym, I just say pull the trigger, man. Figure out, like, sign up, and then everything else will fall into place. As soon as you sign up, like, if you don't sign up and you say that you're going to do it, you'll just procrastinate and you'll push things off. But if you sign up for the gym membership, you know, and you sign up for a year like I did, and then you sign up for the meet, because I had to buy the membership for USAPL. I had to sign up for the meet, and then I had to figure out what gear to get, and so it was kind of like a list. It was out in front of me, and so me signing up for the gym led to me getting the membership, led to me going ahead and getting ready to compete, which led to me competing. But go ahead. This is your what is it called? This is your sign to get started. All right, let's go to the gym. We got RDLs, we got hamstrings today. Back is a little cooked, but we're gonna do our best. I'll see you in there. Ooh. Here will be all of our free weights. No, that's you, that's you. Okay, we're hitting some back extensions. This machine's kind of weird, and we gotta be careful filming because they don't love it here, but we're at a different gym today. We're at a Club 4 Fitness. I was thinking about getting a second gym membership. I meant to say that on the way here, but no, they got a lot of newer machines, so I wanted to try to see if some accessory work would be nice. This isn't a place I want to squat, bench, and deadlift, but maybe like close to a bench, hamstring curl might come here. But the filming policy is kind of the big obstacle for me. So far, as long as I film next to my bag and keep it low key, we've been good. But let's see if we can get through the rest of the workout. That's why I'm not talking, I'm just setting up and going. Also, this is all I can find for back extension. It's kind of a weird one. doesn't really feel like much, but I feel it like right in my lower back. But my lower back's also a bit tweaked, a little bit cooked from yesterday, so we'll call it there. Third and final set. Yeah, so I filmed the first set of my lat pull downs, and I filmed the third set of here so I can move my bag over, record, and nobody's really paying attention. Other than they notice this thing, the mic on my hat all the time, but they don't really notice the red blinking light of the camera. So let's do the next set. We're supposed to be doing T-bar row right now, but back's a little cooked, and I'm not trying to set up an actual bar, so we're gonna try these instead. I've been toying around the back machines, and this one feels the best so far. The only thing is, I wish the foot pads were a little closer so I could get more of a stretch, but we'll make do. There we go. That was a good set. I think we'll go one from the bottom of the stack. I think, oh yeah, that'll be good. Not when I'm tired, but afterwards. I feel like a spy. I gotta be like stealthy. So, I mean, the camera's sticking out, it's got a red record button, but I'm like hiding the tripod behind my bag. And I don't get like I get the camera thing because people suck and they're stupid, but I'd ban bags before I'd ban cameras because they get like in the way and you trip. Anyways, we're hitting some preacher curls. This seems like a decent machine. The biggest thing I'm excited for is I got a straight bar. We're gonna try 70 pounds, work up there from there. I think 70 would be a good starting point. Back is extra cooked in a good way. Like that row machine was really nice. I was able to really squeeze at the top and really feel my lats. Today's workout's going by really fast, and I'm getting more comfortable in this gym too. I'm starting to learn where everything is. This is my second time here. I've squatted here once, and I remember just the looks I got. It was like 570 pounds, and the bar was like shaking real bad. Definitely not rated for that. That's why I don't want to come here for like primary squat, bench, or deadlift. Close grip will be funny though, because you'll see me load like 350, grab real close, and just start repping it out. That's kind of funny in a commercial gym, because people will look at you weird. Anyways, I digress. Let's get on to here, and then we'll wrap it up. I wish I did a full day of, no. We'll talk about that later. Three more, come on. Two more, come on. One more. Holy cow. That makes a difference, dude. Holy shit. I feel it in my wrists a little bit more. Like I gotta turn out more, which I want more mobility there, so you know, I'll acclimate. But when I'm grabbing inward on the curl bars, I just tire out before I really hit that peak muscle, just like cramp. But with this, I mean, we were starting to get, I was feeling it the whole time. Cramp started at like rep 8 or 9, and then it just intensified by 2 every rep. So that was good. I was able to actually get through and really really get that contraction, really get that cramp in my bicep, versus just getting tired and not being able to like do a clean rep. So liking that, I'm hoping tomorrow we'll have some sore biceps before we come close grip bench press. I don't know if I don't think we're gonna come here, but only time will tell. Who's to say? I wish I would have done a full day eating. Before the gym, I had 2 packets of oatmeal, a 50-calorie mini Sunny D, and I had 3 eggs and 2 pieces of bacon. After this, we're gonna get Chipotle, and at some point we're gonna get a protein shake. Maybe from here, maybe I stop home. And what I like is I'm not in the time crunch. If anything, I'm kind of early. I got until like 5:30. Oop, it's 5 right now. So let's see. It was like 4:30, and I've just been kind of like chilling. I got 2 sets left, and we'll be done by 5. So that's kind of nice. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the car. I'll talk to you a little bit more, just because I didn't really get to talk too much in the gym. And I'll let you guys know what's up. And now we get to a big reason why I want to come here, and why I'm thinking about getting one of these, or getting a membership here. We got a hydro massager. These are what they look like. And then I get to like come in here and yoink that up. Basically, my job right now is to just sit here, get a warm massage on my back, loosen up my glutes, hamstrings, everything else after a hard workout. And then we'll probably play some Pokemon Go before we pick up our Chipotle order. And today is actually a really good day. We got like a 30-minute nap in, got some work done this morning, got a great gym session, feeling great. And I started using the Chipotle app just so I can go to the drive-thru. I don't want to go inside. And I get free guac because of that, so I will take that. That's a win. But yeah, they got the hydro massage thing here. I'm not like promoting anything. Like, I don't know, it's a newer gym in the area. One of the things I like to do is go check out different gyms, and so it's my second time here. They have a sauna I haven't had a chance to try yet. They have tanning beds, but I don't really have an interest in that. I'll just walk around shirtless. And yeah, I mean, do I like it more than my other gym? No. But it might have its own place. It's better, like if Planet Fitness is here, my gym's here, it's like right in the middle. You know, I can come here and it has everything I would need, especially right now for like high bar. It just doesn't have SSB. Anyways, and just like that, that's another successful workout in the books, and that's another episode in the books. I believe it's episode 27. We're coming up on 30 episodes, and I'm excited to see how this show grows. Oh, the subtle little, I just noticed, if I was doing like an ad for the gym, this would be like the best like way to end it. It's not advertised. Go here, don't go here. I don't give a damn. But no, I'm excited to see what the show looks like and how it grows by episode 100. You know, I don't talk about it a lot. I used to talk about it more when it was more relevant, I guess, but I used to work for Mr. Beast, and he had a saying that was like, basically everyone talks about, oh, I can't get traction, I don't have viewership, oh, nothing's happening, blah, 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 blah on YouTube. But it's like, make 100 episodes of something first, and then start to like say, okay, you know, this isn't working, or blah, 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 and then you adjust. Like, it doesn't take 100 episodes to adjust, but it's like anything, right? How are you going to say that you don't have the body that you want, or you're not as strong as you want, or, you know, just complain about where you are if you're not even 100 workouts, 100 episodes, 100, you know, like, do something 100 times and you'll be better than you are right now. Even if you're doing it really bad, even if you're not doing a good job, as long as you have the intention of every time you do it, you're gonna get a little bit better. You go to the gym 100 times, you're gonna accidentally learn so much. And then if you put some intention and purpose behind it, you'll be a whole different person, you know? And it's 100 workouts. It's not 100 days, it's 100 workouts. You know, even 100 meals, you can transform your body with 100 meals. You know, even though I would say like do 100 days of eating, but nah, just a little small little quip that I'll put at the end of this. And I'll catch you guys later. Enough of me talking. I'll see you tomorrow. Get one of these.